second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got McCollum. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Jason Smith. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Larkin in at the point. McCollum, no good.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post part.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Raptors trailed by 4. Larkin kicks to McCollum. Screen by Smith. On the wing, DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Smith. McCollum dishes to Larkin. And the 3 off target. The Hawks lead by 4. Williams kicks to Burks. Here's Thompson. Cannot hit. Smith with the defensive effort.
Textbook defending there.
Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Now the dish to Burks. It's stolen by Aminu. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. A 3-ball. Rebound, Atlanta. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star last year, he improved his long-range shooting. On wing threes, up around 40%, and that allowed him to shoot the best overall three-point percentage of his career.
And that one's good by Novak. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Larkin, the pass to Aminu. There's the pick. He kicks to DeRozan. Aminu up top. Fires the 3. Larkin can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 5. Williams with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thompson misses.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
And it saved a likely dunk there.
Yeah, very smart foul under the circumstances. You can't allow him to just throw it down on you. DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him upping his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with his progress.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Howard with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Paul. And guys, when you look at DeRozan, where can he take the next step?
Well, he has the physical tools to be an elite perimeter defender. He's made strides, definitely, but he has the potential, I think, to be even better than what he is right now.
Good on the shot.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And the foul on Mo Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams against Paul. Outside DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from DeRozan. And it's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And and they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Burks in the corner. They get it again. There's Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Scott dishes to DeRozan. Rebound by the Hawks. Williams kicks to Novak. He dishes it to Thompson. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
And DeRozan, here we go. Can't cash in from close range.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Novak kicks to Williams. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Westbrook passes to Batum. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Back to Batum. Pass to Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Perkins with the screen for Westbrook. Shot is no good. Excellent D from Howard. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Chris Paul, as you know, has accomplished so much in the NBA, but he's ready for that ultimate prize. As Paul said, that's the only thing that matters now. At this point in my career, I'm only focused on building for the postseason, because that's where you make your name, and that's where you make your imprint on history. He's looking to add to that wonderful legacy, guys.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, you can see that desire on the court. He's so focused.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
And the Raptors call time here. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Trying to get back on track. Misses at the rim.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
And Westbrook, here we go. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Batum. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Paul with the ball.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game. You know, the Toronto Raptors found themselves in an interesting position last season. A new front office. They were looking to hit the reset button, and so they trade away Rudy Gay and Andrea Bargnani, and the team actually played better than ever.
And for the Raptors, they would have loved to have drafted hometown prospect Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, especially with the Raptors' history of losing their star players, whether Vince Carter or Chris Bosh. He's a player who wanted to play for the Raptors, but, the odds were always against that. In the end, they did what they were supposed to do, and that's win games.
Paul Millsap, a first-time All-Star in 2014, really helped the Hawks not miss Josh Smith that much. He gave them superior production at 2/3 the price. And for value-conscious general managers, that's a big win.
Richardson with it. Chris Paul covering. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Well, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine. And Millsap, one of the big value signings last season. A Louisiana native staying closer to home by playing in Atlanta. He really anchored the Hawks front court as they weathered a bunch of injuries.
Westbrook drives in. A three. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 10-2 run here. And Paul Millsap last season, for the first time, Clark, making the three-pointer a consistent part of his offensive game.
And it really expanded his game. We knew he was a terrific rebounder. You knew he could bang and score in close. When he added that three-point shot, in addition to a nice little mid-range face-up game, now you got a guy who can be a nightmare to defend. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Westbrook kicks to Batum. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low. Well, Paul Millsap has said he doesn't feel undersized anymore with the way the league is going. More emphasis now on spreading the floor, so Millsap fits in easier. He can always find somebody to guard.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
Toronto calls timeout. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. As some people would say. What about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever. But Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. He plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose, because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose
he was right in that same category.
And the shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
But you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And again, Toronto no up.
And Russell Westbrook, maybe the most explosive first step in the league. I mean, he doesn't just get an angle on his defender. He leaves them completely behind with a free run to launch all those shots around the rim.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. The kick out to Scott. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Paul. Pierce for 3. That's good. Pierce has got 8.
Well, Westbrook, once he blows by that first defender, he is absolutely fearless attacking the help defense. High-flying power dunks, finishes with both hands. He's a bad, bad man.
And Batum kicks to Westbrook. Perkins with a screen on Paul. Batum inside the three-point line.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
catching up.